So I've got a cheat code that has allowed me to fight way above my weight class and win. And it's such a simple thing, but it has really changed my life, and I wanted to share it with you guys right now. There's actually a book that you should read if you are interested in what I have to tell you, but I'm going to give you the Cliff's Notes so you don't have to read it. But the book is called Straight Line Leadership by somebody named Dusan, and I'm not even going to attempt the last name, like Zushek or something like that. It starts with a D. The best part about this advice is you don't have to change who you are to be successful. I am just kind of a fun-loving guy. I identify as a father, like my pronouns are dad and daddy. I really do not take myself seriously. And if you met me, you could have a whole lunch with me and you wouldn't end the lunch saying, wow, that's an impressive guy, let's hire him for the job or whatever it is. But, here I am. I've done very well. And the reality is, it's not me who's achieved this success. When I look in the mirror, I don't, say, hey, you know what? You could do this. You're the guy. You're gonna make this success happen and manifest all these great things in your life. I don't even bother doing that because it's really not me. I have constructed another person, another inner stance, Dusan calls it, who steps in and does what is required to get the job done. He implements the required actions to get the success that I need in my life and accomplishes all that I need for me. The way it works is this: you need to think about what you want in your life. You're going to create a list of required actions that it would take to get you there. And then you're going to go and do the thing. You're going to do what is required of you. And if you can't do it, you need to shift your inner stance into somebody who can do it. It's temporary. You're going to step into whoever you need to become to do these required actions that are going to bring the kind of changes in your life that you desire, or better yet, that you require. I reached a point where I had to make a change because my special needs kids depended on me to do that. So I shifted into the kind of person who could make the kind of tough decisions, take the big risks, and, be what the normal me would consider a jerk to get the job done, to just get it done. You don't need to compromise your ethics or your character. You just need to step in and make the kinds of big moves that the normal you just probably couldn't make because they're too afraid, they're too risk averse. Once this other you takes care of what needs to be done, you can sit back as the normal person and enjoy the rewards. And that's the way I've kind of lived my life, and it's worked really well for me. I haven't had to change. I still see the world through the eyes of a child. I do not take myself very seriously at all. As you could probably tell from my videos, I didn't want to become an uptight person who cared about money and all of these things. But I wanted money and all of these things for my family. And it's just worked out really well. So I do encourage you to go read Straight Line Leadership, but I want to talk a little bit more about it. Maybe give you a couple of examples so you can kind of picture this for yourself, because it's one of these kind of high concept things that's actually really practical when you put it in place. But just a couple of examples that I've seen, like every superhero movie, the person who comes across these powers through one means or another, usually something related to nuclear waste or something like that, but they don't know how to use their powers until they're called upon to use them. So they'll see a family member in danger or like a group of people in danger, and all of a sudden they know how to use these powers and they put them in place to save these people because it's required of them to do so. So can you manufacture a situation in your life where you are called upon to be great, and that's the only way it's going to kind of be drawn out of you? And when that happens, you really need to create the characteristics of the person that is required to get it done, because I am 100% certain that you're capable of way more than what that person looking back at you in the mirror is capable of. When you're saying, you're trying to hype yourself up to go do this, you 100% can. If you're a parent, there's another example. Most parents don't think they can do it until they have the child. They look into the eyes of this beautiful new thing that they've created, and in every case they can do it. Your biology is capable of way more than you think, and when you're called upon to do it, when you are required to do these things in order for this child to grow up well and safe, you will do it. You can also see this when you watch Saturday Night Live, when the performer is the same as the person who is hosting the show. Like Lady Gaga recently went out there, and she's this sweet, unassuming, wonderful person. You would not assume that she is a, global superstar. And you could tell, like, if she was behind you in line at the sandwich shop and you had a short conversation with her, you just wouldn't see the global superstar that she transforms into when Bowen Yang says, "Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Gaga," and she just transforms into that global superstar that we all know and love. So here's just another example of how you are capable of transforming into something great. It is within you, and it's not going to come out of you until you are called upon to do so, until it is required of you to take those necessary actions that you're going to need in order to manifest that kind of success in your life. So just to finish up, practical tips here: create that vision of what you want your life to become, or this one thing that you're trying to obtain or attain. Once you have that list, I want you to one by one do the thing. Go through those required actions. And if you run up against a situation where you feel like you can't do it, the universe gives you permission to step outside of yourself, shift your inner stance, and become the person you have to be in order to make that thing happen. And trust me, you will rise to the occasion and you will make it happen. And you can slip right back into that fun-loving person that your family has grown to know and love. So enjoy the success. Every step that you take towards your goals really is a success. So good luck to you.